Okay, these are sayings by the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, which were compiled by his son-in-law and successor. Chassidut has two main principles. First of all, you have to understand the laws of the Torah on the spiritual plane. Understand the laws of the Torah, that's for sure you have to do. But Chassidut puts the salt. Chassidut puts the salt. Like you have a meal. You don't, and the main thing is the meal, the meat, whatever. You put a little salt on it. Oh, it becomes tasty. A little tiny bit of salt. Chassidut is like the salt. The commandments, that's the meat. The Torah, that's the bread. Right? That's the main thing, is the commandments. But you put a little salt on it, oh, it gives it a taste. It becomes interesting. So that's what the Chassidut is, the salt. Number one, understanding every Torah law on its spiritual plane, the root of it and the source, namely in the upper sphirot and the planes in every world. Right? The tefillin is the chachma bina dat, and this corresponds to the emotions. According to that world's character, as explained in the Chassidus, is a very beautiful book which is called Derech Mitzvotecha by the third Rebbe of Chabad, the Tzemach Tzedek. There it has a lot of these explanations of the inner aspect of the commandments. Number two, comprehending the subject of every law in avoda, not just understanding intellectually the spirituality, but bringing it to your heart. The meaning, although in the law is an expression of God's wisdom and intelligence, and it's a law in the Torah, but also you have to use it as a service to guide your conduct in this physical world. So for instance, let's just take an example. Tefillin, it attaches your mind and your heart to God. And that's a thing you should constantly have in mind the whole entire day, even when you haven't got tefillin on. That your mind and your heart should be connected to God. So that not only to understand your mind is chachma bina dat and your heart is the seven emotions and love and fear, and connecting to God with the dat, connected to connecting to God, but also to use this in your day-to-day life all the time. That God is the boss of the world, and that God conducts the world, and there's a plan for everything. That's the tefillin on the head. And you have to bring it into action. That's the tefillin on the arm and the straps. As we'll talk about more, God willing, tomorrow. And now a story. Story.